10 on Your Side investigates a local remodeling contractor that appears to have gone out of business and left behind some angry customers.
And they're telling us that they paid American Family Professional Remodeling thousands of dollars and have nothing to show for it. Investigative reporter Chris Horne shows us what sets this one apart this time. It's not just the customers who are upset.
Alice Johnson of South Norfolk thought she was being careful.
We checked into everything, and I thought they were legitimate. I just knew that they were legitimate.
Johnson said the people from American Family Professional Remodeling looked the part, too.
They had the name of the company, name tags, everything I thought was right.
She was excited about the renovations she wanted.
This wall was supposed to have been taken down all the way to there.
Okay.
And they were supposed to going to put tall cabinets on each side of here.
So in December, she gave AFPR nearly $15,000 as a deposit on the job. Since then, no work, no supply.
How much of a burden was that $15,000?
I try not to think about it.
William Allen of Suffolk says what happened to him was out of line, too. He paid AFPR $3,250, half the price on the contract he signed in August to replace this deck. Like Johnson, he was ghosted. Allen wanted to see for himself, so he came here to the business address on Virginia Beach Boulevard twice. The first time,
the place was wide open. Stuff was everywhere. Laptops laying around. It looked like the place had been ransacked. Nobody was there.
And the second time was in January.
And they had a note on the door saying they had moved, but no forwarding address.
Allen notified the Department of Professional and Occupational Regulation, that's the state agency that regulates contractors.
This is what I sent to the DTOR.
Allen filed a police report and also took the company to court. And other cases involve police reports and much bigger amounts of money. Former employees are upset with the company, too. That, plus a response from the company's attorney, coming up right after the break. Earlier, we showed you how local homeowners paid thousands of dollars to American Family Professional Remodeling and received no work even after repeated attempts to contact them. We discovered that several have filed police reports, and they're not the only ones who are upset. We went looking for the owner and instead got his attorney.
This is funny too.
Alice Johnson of Chesapeake and William Allen of Suffolk were among several homeowners who told us about American Family Professional Remodeling. Allen went to police and then to court and won a judgment for the $3,200 deposit he gave the company to replace his deck. But others have much more at stake. A local couple says they paid AFPR $20,000 up front last summer, and their case is headed to arbitration. They filed a report with Chesapeake Police. A woman in Virginia Beach says she paid AFPR a deposit of $25,000 and says she got no work or materials either. She, too, has filed a police report. AFPR, formerly known as Proper Contracting, is named in several recent and ongoing civil cases.
Your call has been forwarded.
10 on Your Side reached out to Brian Watley. According to state records, Watley is a member of AFPR, and in a limited liability company such as this one, a member is equivalent to an owner. We wanted to ask what happened to these jobs. We were denied an interview, but a lawyer for the company told us in a statement, quote, AFPR maintains that all consumer contracts were executed in good faith and with the intent to complete in accordance with their terms. Moreover, many intended timeframes for project start dates were extended due to the pandemic. And then there are the former employees. They say the company owes them money too.
About $13,500.
$13,500.
Yeah.
Former sales manager Sonny Parks says he is owed tens of thousands of dollars. Based on our review of company documents, sales reps and their manager got half their commission when a customer had paid half the project price, the front end, and the remaining commission after the remainder was paid at completion of the work, the back end. Saunders says Watley terminated him by text in late December in a message that says, AFPR isn't happening anymore. The company's attorney also addressed these claims in his statement. He stated AFPR maintains all employees have been paid fully and in conformance with their contracts. 10 on Your Side looked through more than 100 files that Parks says are uncompleted jobs. It's unclear what happened to thousands of dollars in customer deposits. Some of that came from Alice Johnson's bank account.
But I learned the lesson, a very good lesson. Don't trust it until they start it.
She had actually saved the cash, literally the cash, to pay for this kitchen that was her dream kitchen.
Customers and former employees told me that they had to agree not to disparage the company, otherwise their project or their paycheck would stop. Parks and Saunders say they know they're taking a risk.
I worry that because we're basically blowing the whistle on them, that means that there's absolutely no chance that we're going to get what we're owed.
AFPR has assigned about 90 contracts to another local contractor, and that second contractor hopes to get them completed by the end of this calendar year. But short of legal action, customers believe any deposits they paid up front to AFPR will likely be lost. We've previously reported on the state contractor fund that can reimburse customers in certain cases. There's more on that on WAVY.com. Chris Horne, 10 on your side.